Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to a new video of AHR Learning Home. This is me Refa Tasnia. Today I'm going to discuss with you about the exercises of chapter 3 Water for Life. So let's get started. So at first you open your book at page number 24. Here in the first exercise you have to put a tick mark on the correct answer according to the question. So the first question is, what do plants use to absorb nutrients? Option A, water. Option B, soil. Option C, light. And option D, air. What will be the correct answer? The correct answer will be option A, water. Because we have already known that plants need water to absorb nutrients from the soil. Now question number 2. Which one is the source of water pollution? Option A, smoke. Option B, harmful gas. Option C, using horn. And option D, sewage. So the correct answer will be option D, sewage, because option A, smoke, and option B, harmful gas, are the causes of air pollution. On the other hand, option C, that is using horn, is the cause of noise pollution. And in this chapter we have known that due to sewage, water pollution occurs. Therefore, the correct answer will be option D, sewage. Now question number 3. What is the good way to remove suspended particles like mud, sand, etc. from water? Option A, filtration. Option B, sedimentation. Option C, boiling. And option D, condensation. The correct answer will be option B, sedimentation. Why? We have known that the process of removing suspended particles like mud or sand from the water is known as sedimentation. Therefore, the correct answer will be option B, sedimentation. Now let's move to the next exercise, that is exercise number 2. Short answered questions. That means you have to answer these questions shortly. So question number 1. What is the water cycle? So we have already known about the definition of water cycle, and as this is only a short question, so no need to describe the whole process of the water cycle. You can simply write the definition of water cycle and 1 or 2 sentences about the water cycle. You can write the answer like the process of which by which water moves all around the earth as it changes its state is called the water cycle. State of water is always changing through this process. Like this. Then your first answer will be ready. Then question number 2. Give 3 examples of how we can help prevent water pollution. So in the lesson water pollution, we have known about many ways by which we can prevent water pollution. You can mention any 3 ways from them. So you can write like, we can prevent water pollution by reducing the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides in agriculture, then not throwing oils or chemicals down the sink or the toilet, then not throwing trashes at water sources. And also we can write that we can prevent water pollution by picking up trash at the beach or canal. So thus you can write the answer of the second short question. Now question number 3. Give 4 ways to get safe water from unsafe fresh water. In the lesson safe water, we have known about 4 processes by which we can make water safe. What were the processes? The processes were filtration, sedimentation, boiling, and purifying water using chemicals. You will write the names of those 4 processes in the answer. Okay? Then question number 4. After rain, there is a puddle on the ground. After a short time, the puddle of water disappears. Where has the water gone? So what is the reason behind it? It may happen due to 2 reasons. When after rain the puddle of water appears, after some time it may get absorbed into the ground or may get evaporated into the air. Therefore, after some time, the puddle of water disappears. Okay. Then the fifth question, that is, what are the three states of water? We know that there are three states of water. These are solid, liquid, and gaseous. The solid state of water is ice. The liquid state of water is water or normal water. And the gaseous state of water is water vapor, right? So, you can answer the fifth question in this way. Now let's move to the descriptive questions or broad questions. Okay, so while answering the descriptive questions, you must have to answer the questions descriptively or broadly. Okay, so the first question is, explain why the surface of the glass with ice water gets wet. তার মানে কি বুঝিয়েছে যে যখন আমরা একটা গ্লাসে আইস ওয়াটার রাখবো, অর্থাৎ আইস এবং ওয়াটার দুইটাই রাখবো, তখন কেন ওই গ্লাসটার সারফেসে বিন্দু বিন্দু পানির ফোঁটা জমে। ঠিক আছে? So when we put some ice cubes in a glass of water, then the surface of that glass gets cold. On the other hand, we know that air contains water vapor. So the water vapor in the air surrounding the glass, when comes into touch with the cold surface of the glass, it condenses into tiny water droplets. And for this reason, the surface of the glass with ice water gets wet. This is the answer of the first descriptive question. Then the second one is, explain the process of water cycle. In the lesson water cycle, we have known about the whole process of water cycle. Firstly, due to the heat of the sunlight, the water of the river or sea evaporates and gets into the air. Then, when the water vapor rises into the air, it condenses and changes into tiny water droplets. These tiny water droplets form clouds together. When the clouds are too heavy, then the clouds fall back on the earth's surface as raindrops, and that is why rainfall happens. The water from rainfall either absorbed into the ground or evaporates back into the air again. Okay, this is the whole process of water cycle. But as this is a descriptive question, so it will be better if you draw the figure of the whole water cycle along with the explanation. In your book, the figure of the water cycle is given. You should draw a figure of the water cycle like this along with the answer of the second broad question. Okay. Then number 3, why do animals need water? At the first part of the chapter, we have known that why plants and animals need water. Why do they need water? They need water for doing many purposes in their body. What are they? Firstly, animals need water for digesting their food, right? Then animals need water for absorbing nutrients from the food, then to carry the absorbed nutrients to all parts of the body, and to maintain the proper temperature of the body. For all these reasons, animals need water. Then number 4, how can we explain that water is in the air? In this chapter, we have done a lot of experiments by which we can clearly understand that water is in the air. So, in this question's answer, we can explain any of those experiments. Okay, so I'm explaining you one of the experiment. So to do this experiment, we will need 2 clear glasses, room temperature water, and some ice cubes. Then what we have to do? At first, we will pour room temperature water in both of the glasses, and we'll put and we'll put some ice cubes in one of the glasses. Then we will keep both glasses for a while, and after some time we will see that in the glass in which we have put some ice cubes, we can see some water droplets on the surface of the glass. On the other hand, in the glass in which we didn't put any ice cubes, we can't see any type of changes on the surface of the glass. So why does it happen? Because when we put ice cubes in a glass, then the surface of the glass gets cold. As a result, the air surrounding the glass contains water vapor. For this reason, when the water vapor comes into contact with the cold surface of the glass, it changes into tiny water droplets. On the other hand, in the glass in which we didn't put any ice cubes, the surface of the glass does not get cold, it remains in normal temperature. Therefore, we can't see any type of water droplets or any type of changes on the surface of the glass. And therefore, through this experiment, we can understand that water is in the air. Now, number 5, how can we get safe water from pond water? In the lesson Safe Water, we have known that the water of pond is fresh but not safe for human use. So, to make the water of the pond safe, we must have to follow some processes. So, what are the processes? We can follow 4 processes. These are filtration, sedimentation, boiling, and purification of water using chemicals. Following one of these processes, we can make the pond's water safe. So while you will mention the names of the processes, you must have to describe each process shortly, okay, as this is a descriptive question. Then number 6, why are dew and water droplets on the surface of a glass with ice water alike? ওকে, এই কোয়েশ্চেনটা মানে কি বুঝিয়েছে ডিউ মানে কি? ডিউ মানে হচ্ছে শিশির। আচ্ছা, তো শিশির আর একটা গ্লাসের উপরে জমে থাকা ওয়াটার ড্রপলেট, সেগুলো কিভাবে এক হয়? অর্থাৎ ডিউ এবং এই ওয়াটার ড্রপলেট এটার মধ্যে মিল কোথায় সেটা আমাদের খুঁজে বের করতে বলা হয়েছে বা এক্সপ্লেইন করতে বলা হয়েছে। সো হাউ ডাজ ডিউ ফর্ম? In winter, when the surface of the grasses and leaves gets cold, the water vapor in the air surrounding the grasses or leaves get condensed into tiny water droplets. And these tiny water droplets on the grasses is known as dew. On the other hand, when some ice cubes are put in a glass, at that time, similarly, the surface of the glass also gets cold. As a result, the water vapor in the air surrounding the glass gets touched into the cold surface of the glass and changes into tiny water droplets. So, if you observe carefully, you can see that both dew and water droplets are formed through condensation process. What is condensation? Condensation is the process of changing the state of water from water vapor to liquid water. So both these dew and water droplets are formed through the condensation process. Therefore, dew and water droplets on the surface of a glass with ice water are alike. Okay, so this is the answer of the 6th question. And thus, we have finished all the questions of the exercises of Class 5 Science Chapter 3. Actually, I just gave you an idea about the answers or how you can write the answer. But it is your duty to write the answer on your own. It will help you to improve your creativity or writing answer on your own. So you must try to write the answer of the exercises on your own. Okay. So that's all for my today's video. I hope that you have understood all the answers of the questions properly. But if you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. I will try my best to answer your question. So bye bye, see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.